Okay, I'm going to call this the brick throwing trick. And it comes to you from a video on YouTube called Minneapolis Protests Erupt on Streets, 9 News Australia. And it's just probably about a 2-3 second clip amongst a whole series of clips. Now what I've done is put it in very slow motion, and I'm going to show you how this trick is done, okay? So here on the right we have the gentleman who's going to throw the brick, which is probably a rubber brick of some sort, or plaster Paris or something like that. It's not a real solid physical brick. Okay? So he's here in the white by this tree. Now, as the police car comes, he will hurl something. And I'm going to try my best to stop it along the way to talk to you. So it's a little hard because even at the slowest speed, I have to try to do a little bit by clicks. So he's getting ready to hurl, okay? He's got something he's going to hurl. Now here it goes, and it's timed pretty well. Okay, it's up in the air. Now it looks like it's going to hit the cruiser, but it actually will not ever hit it. Okay, look at the height between the cruiser and this object. This object is thrown over the police cruiser. It will never touch it. However, you will be tricked by splicing to think that it hit it, and the narrator will narrate it such that you're certain that hit that, okay? And I'll play it for you in full speed later. But what I'm going to do is try to show you that it will never touch the police cruiser, what he hurls, whatever it is. Okay, there it is. Now look at the gap. Look at the gap. Okay? That is already over the cruiser. Okay? It is not going to strike it right here. See where my arrow is pointing? Now by the splicing, you're going to believe that that object that was hurled struck this cruiser right here. This is a considerable amount of a gap, which means all he did was hurl a pass over the cruiser. And because of trick photography and the narration by the so-called news reporter, you will believe when you watch it that it struck it. It never struck it. Okay, now right there is where your splicing occurs. Okay, how did it get from way up there to right here? Do you see it? Right here. So obviously somehow they had the same object right here by the window and just sort of hurled it out in a second shooting and then spliced them together in a second filming. So the last we saw that object that was hurled was way up here. But this is the next cut. It just missed anything of striking this cruiser. But because of the narration and because of the speed of the film, your mind will fill in the gap, and that would be the gap right there. Okay? So then this will come to the ground, and as it comes to the ground, the news reporter is moaning and oh my, oh my. I'll play it for you in fast speed later, but just watch what happens. You can hear the news reporter in slow speed moaning. Now this gentleman here might be some type of a film coordinator for the stunt. You kind of wonder, why is he the only one here and kneeling down like this at the very beginning? You saw him kneeling there. That's the newscaster moaning like, oh, that brick just hit me. It's probably not even a brick. It's probably like plaster Paris or rubber or something of that nature. And they will add in a clump sound to make you believe it hit the cruiser. If it did hit the cruiser, I want to ask a question. Where's the indentation? Because they were making it sound like and look like it hit right here. There's no indentation. Okay, there's no damage, there's no scratches. All right, it's trick photography, and it's done at very, very rapid speed when you watch the news report. And a whole bunch of these are just blended together with a whole bunch of these trick photography and nonsense things to make you think police cars are getting hit with bricks. Okay, so we'll take it back. And what I'll do, I'll play it for you in natural speed. Oop, I lost it. I'm sorry about that, I lost it. But you can go to the channel and you can check it out for yourself. I'm sorry I was a little bit clumsy there, but you got the general idea of it. It was all trick photography, and no police cruiser was actually hit with a brick. Thank you for watching.